I can't believe the news today. I can't close my eyes and make it go away. These are lyrics from one of Ireland's great rock bands, U2. And over the years, Ireland has produced many great musicians, artists, and writers such as James Joyce, Oscar Wilde, to name just two. And I wondered if ordinary people like me or you could write like the greats. And a friend of mine said, Alan, stick to what you know. And I thought, well, that's actually good advice. I'll do that. What do I know? I know physics. I don't think I can use the equation of a line, so that's not much help. But one other thing I do know is computers. And I used a little computer like this, a Raspberry Pi, to analyze the writing of James Joyce and generate tweets in the same style that Joyce wrote. It was rudimentary, but it gave me an interest in this area. And the area where computers meet language is called natural language processing. So I went on and I tried it with Oscar Wilde and had similar type success. And with an interest now in this area, I decided to see where else natural language processing was used. And I found out about Stevie, who's a socially assistive robot in Trinity, who's used to help, for example, in old folks' homes and have conversations. And I thought, well, that's a really good use of the technology. And there are other more day-to-day type uses, such as aggregating news stories, summarizing articles. And then I found other uses which maybe aren't so good. So, for example, this Wall Street Journal article talks about a machine that can generate news articles. And I thought, well, these could be factual, but equally they could be fake news. And I wondered, is there a way to detect whether it was written by a machine or whether it was written by a person? And it turns out that research has been done in this area. And one approach, for example, is to use statistics to look at the frequency of word usage and compare that from the machine to a human, and that had some success. Other approaches include looking at what's in an article so far and trying to predict what the next word would be, which is the way that a lot of these machines generate the text. That was quite successful. But I was looking for a way that was maybe some way to differentiate based on, the differences between humans and machines. And so what I thought of was emotions. So emotions are something that we consider to be generally human and certainly not something that we would ascribe to a machine. And so my research tries to use emotions to determine if, for example, a news article is written by a machine or it was written by a person. And if my research is successful, then we can believe the news that we read today.